What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Oddity Shop,
where the bizarre is always on sale.
This is the podcast where we tell you creepy, odd, weird, strange, bizarro, haunted, ghosty, cryptidy stories. I think one of those words got in there twice from around the world. I am one of the curators of the shop, Zach, sitting here with the other lovely, wonderful, beautiful curator. I almost forgot the word. Kara.
I thought you almost forgot my name.
No, I could never forget your name. I curse it multiple times a day.
I bet you do. No doubt about that.
What's going on in your world?
I've been very busy. I have been up since 6 a.m. working on podcast stuff and cleaning the house and then doing all kinds of things. And it's crazy. It's early for us recording wise.
Yes. So we should have ample energy today.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm so sad you're not coming, but I'm going to Ferndale's Pride tomorrow with Emily.
I hope you have so much fun. Ferndale's Pride is a fun one, although it's not always like the most things to do.
That's okay, because I really, in all honesty, shouldn't be going because I have so much stuff I should be doing tomorrow, but I busted my butt to get most of it done today. So, if there's not a lot to do, I'll just come home early, But she's been begging me to go, and I kept telling her no, and then I was like, wait a second, I want to go.
I can't remember what date this episode comes out, but it is about to be June 1st for us, so I'm sorry if it's late, everybody, but happy Pride. And, Kara, I did find a Pride event to go to tomorrow, so...
Oh, nice, okay.
Farmers Market by me is doing a Pride Market takeover hosted by Woosa, which is my favorite outdoor store. So cute. I'm going to go to that. Yes.
Fun.
Yeah.
We'll both be doing prideful things tomorrow.
Look at us go.
All right. Well, anything else you need to add? Tell us. Let us know.
I've had too much sauerkraut. Oh my God. So yes.
So I didn't know everybody don't eat weekly sauerkraut.
Most people can, apparently. So you can have a reaction, though, if you're sensitive to things like histamines, because I, after 5 days straight of eating sauerkraut for lunch, broke out in hives today, and that was super fun. One of my favorite foods. This better not be a new thing. I will not stand for it.
I mean, I hope it's okay.
It's going to be fine. That's what I'm telling myself, and I'm sticking to it.
It's going to be fun.
Ooh, and for when people watch our clips from this one, you got to compliment Kara's new hair, bangs and all, looking sexy as hell.
It doesn't look that cute right this second, especially with headphones on, but thanks, guys. Thanks.
Preemptive thank yous.
Thank you. Watch, everyone's like, damn, she be ugly now.
No. You could never be ugly. Come on. All right, what do you got in the shop today? Let's get this thing going.
All right, I have a question for you.
Ooh, you better.
Why do you have to go and make things so complicated?
All right, hit me with, are we talking about, can I take a guess? Can I take a guess before I even answer?
Yes.
Is this the clone theory with Avril Lavigne?
Avril Lavigne, baby. Which actually reminds me, I need to buy my tickets. Are you coming? Are we going?
What?
Remember Avril Lavigne and Simple Plan?
Oh, shoot. When is it?
September.
Maybe. I'm still a hard maybe.
But I think we're going to have to be lawn seats. I'm not going to lie. It's really expensive.
That's all I ever do. I actually just went down this rabbit hole recently because I listened to her on the Call Me Daddy podcast. So I'm ready to go.
Everybody maybe not knows this, but Avril. Okay. So Avril was born September 27th, 1984. And in 2002, we all know her as the 16-year-old that brought us baggy shorts and necktie combo while strumming on her guitar. Get it? Because it's strumming on his guitar.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm singing it in my head. I get it. I get it.
Okay. So the album is the best-selling album of the 21st century by a Canadian artist.
Whoop, whoop.
Which is crazy. I mean, that's cool that it still is. After that, she continued to give us albums in 2002. 2002.
2002.
I almost said that. 2004, 2007, 2011, 13, 19, and then recently in 2022. So 7 albums, absolute ton of bangers or bops. What do people say anymore?
Bangers? I still say bangers. Did you know also her greatest hits album is coming out this year?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm pumped.
I'm a fanboy. Okay.
I love fucking Avril, dude. All right. So she's young, highly successful, all of the things. Well, obviously, you already know, but did you know that Avril died?
Okay, I'm taking your stance on this one. I don't care what evidence you bring me to confirm or deny it. This happened. It's real. Let's go.
You're going to be so mad at me.
Oh my God, are we totally flip-flopping?
Yeah.
I don't care. I still believe.
Okay. So in 2003, trying to balance her fame and after losing her grandfather, she ended her life. But how is she dead, you may ask, if she's still touring? The music industry didn't want to lose the fame and fortune they were making off Avril, so they replaced her with a lookalike named Melissa Vandella.
Oh, I forgot they had the first and last name too.
So this theory came from a Brazilian blog post titled Avril is Dead. In a nutshell, the article kind of goes through Avril's change in appearance, her personality, which brought on this conspiracy of her being replaced. And one of the photos that she has, I believe it's on an album cover, or maybe it was for a release of a new song. She has Melissa written on her hand, almost like an Easter egg, if you will, that of like Avril's replacement. I'm going to read you part of this article.
Okay.
Well, the new Avril may have either had problems with her conscience when participating in this farce, or she simply wanted to pay homage to the old one and would have tried to leave some evidence of what had happened through song lyrics, CD covers, and booklets. Perhaps the initial idea was just to hush up the case for a while to complete the release of the new album, but then it ended up taking greater proportions, and they lost control of the situation. The second album in Avril's career was released after her supposed death. From the first to the second, only 2 years passed. See the CD cover and booklet so you guys can go look at it. In 2004, it is completely different CD from the first. From the style of the letters to the design of the cover booklet. In this album full of subliminal
Try again.
I can't. Those
subliminal
messages apparently left by the new Avril. So let's analyze it, starting with the cover and title.
All right.
The CD is called, I'm still reading from this article, by the way.
Oh.
The CD...
I'm just so excited.
This is all this blog post.
I'll shut up.
The CD is called Avril Lavigne Under My Skin, which translated means Avril Lavigne Under My Skin. This is very suggestive. From then on, it was no longer the real Avril, but Avril Lavigne under the skin of another singer. Note the name Avril Lavigne is written in black, representing mourning for the singer. And the new Avril herself is in black with a red cross on her shoulder. The name Under My Skin is in red. The colors on the cover seem to suggest mourning and blood. If new Avril was trying to convey some hidden message, it succeeded. The booklet for the CD is totally dark and gloomy. The new Avril always poses for photos with a sad and morbid expression, sometimes lying on the floor as if she wanted to say something. I've never seen a singer change her style of singing, composing, dressing, and behaving as much as Avril Lavigne did, and everyone only talked about it at the time. Everyone was commenting on the sudden and radical change in Avril's style and personality. It wasn't just a style or way of dressing that changed. Her style is different. Her musicality is different. Her lyrics follow a different line. In short, she's another person. What are your thoughts?
I believe it.
Why?
I believe it all. Well, hold on. I will say, though, that the whole looking angry thing, probably the best thing Melissa did, because Avril's always kind of looked angry.
Well, that's what I don't understand, because how did that change? She's always had that like punky, like angry little...
I don't know if it's this article that made me believe there's other things that you might be getting to at some point. So I'm going to bite my tongue for a little bit.
All right. So the article then goes into breaking down song lyrics to back up this theory. This blog post is so long. It goes through almost every entire song, breaking down lyrics and trying to like have a theory. So let me read you the conclusion of the article, though, because there really isn't much more. So unless you want to add anything else.
Oh, I got you. Oh, wait, you mean right now?
If you want to.
No, I think there's other evidence. Are you going to talk about anything else or other theories?
You tell me what you want to talk about.
Okay, the voice change.
It's not that different.
And
she was different. 16 when she started. Her first album came out when she was 16, which means she probably recorded it at 14. Your voice changed. My voice
I don't
changed.
know. I feel like just personality changes in general.
I don't think it's that different. I think everybody changes from 16 to 20.
Okay, well, here's the deal. I can't pull too many things out of the top of my head because I didn't have a chance to get my side of the debate research, but I'm still going to refute you along the way.
No, you can. But there really isn't anything else. People say she looks different. Okay, yeah, because she got some plastic surgery done. Like she lightened her hair, she changed her eyebrows, things like that. That all makes you look different.
I feel like there's like entire parts of her face. Okay.
Let me do the conclusion. And no,
you asked me.
I know.
Go on, conclude it.
Conclusion of this article. This is what it reads. What lesson could I leave with all of this? Well, what I would like to draw attention to people who read my blog is how susceptible the world is to believing in things no matter how strange they seem, simply because a group already believes and affirms, or because it involves many coincidences and spectacular elements. But as much as you may be tempted to believe in something incredible, remember that reality is incredible enough. Life is already incredible enough. See how much the subject has yielded in the world as I just observed coincidences and organized them in a way that supported a thesis. Have you ever stopped to think about how many fantastic ideas people keep believing without even realizing it, just because they chose to believe that, instead of simply accepting the most likely reality of things? Whenever you want to believe in something questionable, there will always be elements for you to justify your belief. But be careful that your life is not based on a mere conspiracy theory, tidied up and organized to make it seem real. The reality is right in front of your nose. If you can't tell by now, that whole entire blog was fake. That was just a fan having a fun theory, and literally the blog post blew up and then BuzzFeed picked it up and then it went from there.
I don't think it's fake. I think that person's conclusion was a plant. Maybe Avril 2.0 herself trying to sweep it under the rug.
Listen, I'm totally normally with you on everything, but this one, I don't think there's enough evidence at all, just because her voice changed and her appearance. Do you know how many every year I change my appearance?
Well, I mean, just judging from a week ago, you sure did.
Right. So I think it's fun, though. And it
is fun.
It's really weird, though. I will give you this. Why was Melissa written on her hand? That's really strange. Like, who the fuck is Melissa?
We need to know.
So this is in 2022, an interview with Galore magazine. Avril went on to like finally address the conspiracy.
I was gonna say, has she ever? Because the last time I looked it up, I don't think she had addressed it.
She hadn't until like 2022. I don't think she has before.
Which is like a long time to let it go without saying anything. Suspicious.
I don't know. So when people bring it up and it's been okay, Avril says, when people bring it up and it's been brought up to me for like years, and there's this conspiracy theory that I'm not me or something, I'm a clone. How did something like that get so? I don't know. It's just the weirdest rumor. So then, like what you talked about, she also talked about it on the Call Her Daddy podcast. And she just said, it's funny to me. On one end, everyone's like, oh my God, you look exactly the same. You haven't aged a day. But then other people are like, you know, there's a conspiracy theory that I'm not me. Honestly, it's not that bad. It could be worse, right? I feel like I got a good one. I don't think it's like negative or anything, like creepy. I mean, obviously, I am me. It's so dumb.
I feel like that was just a lousy defense. Okay,
I don't think it's a lousy defense if it's like literally like however many years later.
Here is why I have to stand behind this theory and I cannot back down.
I want to hear it.
Okay. You're going to be very disappointed by my lack of evidence for why I can't back down. But one of my best friends in the world is obsessed with Avril Lavigne. Like, still has like, you know, like the posters you would have in 8th grade of her all over his apartment. Multiple of them.
I don't blame him because Avril is fine.
Oh, like we're talking obsession level though. Like you're Chad Michael Murray times that by 10. And that is his obsession. That's what I'm saying. Times it by 10.
Yeah.
Okay, like,
I should have posters of him though.
So I have to get under Tyler's skin constantly by reminding him that Avril Lavigne has died and been replaced, and his idol that he's idolizing is not the same human being. And I have been on this kick for over a decade now. So
Here's
no
the
matter
thing.
what evidence you present, I cannot back down from this.
I really wanted to believe this. Really. But then I'm like, okay, so she broke down on stage. And I feel like we all remember this. If you're an Avril fan, you remember this. It was like heartbreaking. Like she found out her grandfather died and she had to get on stage like a couple hours later. It's heartbreaking. And she's crying and she's like kind of devastated and she leaves like really unhappy. Like, and then people say she kind of went into a depression from there, which, yeah, I think that you would. I did when my grandfather died. He was my absolute best friend, you know, plus put all the fame and the fortune of being young at that age, like trying to like comprehend all that. Like, I get it. So I understand though also why this theory can lean to that, because it's like she just couldn't handle it. But I feel like, I don't know, I like went through a rabbit hole of pictures of her then and now, and I don't see how people are like, oh my God, this is different. Yeah, it's fucking plastic surgery.
All right.
It's literally plastic surgery.
I'll let you have your thoughts on it. You know why I can't back down, but...
No, I don't. I really wanted to believe in it. I really did, but I couldn't find anything that actually made me... The Melissa thing is weird. Yeah, it's weird that she didn't comment on it for a long time, but I don't know if I would either, because it's kind of fucking creepy if people are talking about how you're dead and you're not. Like, you're a clone. I don't know what I would have said. I'm not saying that you're wrong.
So... what about the name Melissa? Like, there's a last name. Where did this come from? Do we know?
That blog poster, she literally, or he, it does, I don't know, it made everything up.
Did we look up to see if that person exists or existed?
Oh, I didn't, but you can right now if you'd like. I'm sure they do.
How do I spell it?
Let's go back to my notes. Hold on. Vandella. Now, if there's a bitch called Melissa Vandella that looks just like her and it's actually not Avril, then I will probably agree with you.
So far I'm on images and it's just all pictures.
It's just Avril.
Her and the later her. But there are significant changes.
I understand that, but she's older. Like, my face looks so different from when I was that age to like 20. Plus, she's gotten plastic freaking surgery up the wazoo. Here's the thing. The unfortunate thing about some of like the odd and weird things that we want to talk about is there's not a lot to the story. So this is kind of what happened to this. So like, I wanted to talk about it, and obviously you did too. But there's really not anything else to this. We could just go back and forth about why we think or don't think that she is dead.
We could just argue about her face for the next 20 minutes.
We literally could, and that's okay. I want people to tell me why they think, or what they think about this. But I still wanted to talk about this, obviously, because I do think a replaced Avril is really creepy to me if this is true.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's really creepy. So to continue on, here are some other wild celebrity conspiracy theories.
Ooh.
So I figured we can discuss after each one.
All right. I feel like we're going to war these out. I think
I believe in every other one of these. So Avril's the only one.
The one time I'm a diehard, you're going to be on the other side of the fence. I mean, it tracks.
I know, but I'm telling you, I really wanted to believe in this theory. I really did. All right. Let's start with Queen Bey.
Oh.
Beyoncé. She isn't that talented. Well, she is, but that's not why she's so successful. Do you know why?
She made a deal with the devil, right?
Beyonce is in a Satan-worshipping society, none other than the Illuminati.
The Illuminati, yep. I knew it was something.
So this is thought because of her use of demonic symbolism in her lyrics and her performances. So people think that, and then they also think, though, that she's a witch, or she did just straight up sell her soul to the devil.
I mean, girl did something, because...
I think she did.
Before I say what I'm going to say, I am a huge fan of Beyonce. I love her. I respect her. Yeah. However, like you said, I don't think she's all that talented. I think her last few albums have become way more talented and are way more driven by her. Her early stuff that made her the sensation that she is, she had no control over the music. They wouldn't let her hardly interview with people. Like, I think she's become a really good performer, but I don't think her break off from Destiny's Child was because she was already a standout star. She's definitely been manufactured into that. Yeah,
so she probably sold herself to the devil and then broke away and became the Beyonce that we know.
I mean, she even references the Illuminati mess, which that is so good.
Well, there's a whole other conspiracy, though, just how her and Jay-Z are very high up in the Illuminati, but I don't really care to get into that. But I do think that maybe she is like a witch, witchy, Satan-y. Maybe not Illuminati per se, but just
she's definitely got some sort of powers. I mean, her stuff puts you into a trance. I mean, the not even just the amount of fans she has, but the range of fans from like every different subculture ever.
Although her country shit ain't doing that great because people are really fucking hating her for it. But that's another story.
I only listen to the one song and I dig it, but
I don't know if I really. I haven't listened to any of it to even have an opinion, so I'm not going to put my opinion out there.
All right.
So continuing on with our little bae, though, there's a lot of talk that Beyonce is 7 years older than she claims, or that like all her records are like remanufactured for her to. And I don't. Why 7? Because she thought 5 wasn't good enough, but 10 was too weird.
Lucky number 7, baby.
That's just like another theory. Like we can't really.
Like maybe the lie started really early on her age, and now they're just too far in.
But along with that, and this is like kind of a bigger theory, is that Beyonce is actually Solange's mother and not her sister. So she apparently had her as a teenager and her parents covered it up and just raised her as their own.
I could see that one happening, not anything about Beyonce as a person, but just because of like showbiz and the culture of that time when she was getting big.
I could so see that. So especially if she is maybe 7 years older than she claims to be, it would kind of make more sense. And maybe that's why they lied about the 7 years. Like they added 7 or took away 7 years to just make it like a little bit. Yeah. So I don't know. I kind of believe in that one.
Okay. We sort of agree here.
Yeah. So then I got one more about B. We all know that I think we all know that Beyonce like wasn't pregnant, quote unquote, because her stomach deflated on TV. And I am sorry, but there is no optical illusion. There's no freaking weird dress movement no.
Can I take this theory from you?
Yeah.
Is that Blue Ivy is not her child, that it's Becky with the good hair?
So I wasn't even going to get into that, but no, there's actually just a theory. But yes. So no, actually, sorry. No, there is a theory that she just had a surrogate, but didn't want to tell people, which I think
that's probably the case.
I think that's more the case. Now, there is also, though, a theory of Jay-Z, and I really didn't feel like getting into it because I feel like he would be one to kill us. There is a theory out there that he got somebody else pregnant.
Becky.
And this is like actually...
the one with the good hair.
Yeah, but this is more than just a theory. This is actually kind of like, I think it's real. So I didn't really want to put it in here. The long story short, he got somebody else, allegedly, Jay-Z got somebody else pregnant. And then he had her killed after she delivered the baby. And then they just pretended that the baby, Blue Ivy, is Beyonce's.
Oh, I didn't know about the killing part.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Like they murdered that bitch. Allegedly.
Okay, we got to get
Moving on from Beyonce because she scares me.
We appreciate our life.
Okay, so did you know that Justin Bieber is a lizard person?
I mean, who in Hollywood isn't a reptilian?
So in 2017, an Australian site posted that witnesses, plural, seen Justin in his true form. Hundreds of fans or people called the police to report scales all over the singer's body. And one was quoted, it was like at a skate park, one was quoted saying, he was hanging around with this big guy, his bodyguard, I guess, and we were just staring because he kept turning into a huge reptile. His bodyguard was pointing at us, shouting that he'd kick our teeth in if we didn't put our phones away.
I mean, I feel like
here's
we haven't covered reptilians yet, but we need to do a deep dive into this.
But it did come from a quote local skater, and I just feel like that local skater, he was skating, smoking, and I don't know.
I feel like he's been through enough this year. All right, let's just reptilian or not, let's let the beebs chill.
He's having a baby now.
Oh, well, good for him. Yeah. I mean, if that's your life choice. Sorry.
Zach, this is an interruption. Zach had a lot of small children at his house last weekend, and he did a very good job.
They were lovely kids. They were very well behaved. However, I am not used to having children around. I slept the entire day after.
4 children, 7 and under.
Yes.
So I think you did. I wasn't there, but I feel like for you, I think you did a great job.
I kept my cool. I got sucked into Bluey. I am now a certified Bluey fan.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Moving away from Justin Bieber and his child. Lady Gaga murdered another pop star and stole her identity. Now, this is one you can go down a fucking rabbit hole, and I wholeheartedly, I don't know. I don't want to say Lady Gaga's a murderer.
She doesn't have it in her.
This is, you gotta go down a rabbit hole, but here's all of it. What was that knocking? Reptar.
Little shit eating.
Little reptar. Okay. So this is more than a theory because most of it is true. So this might be real, like I said. So little monsters or whatever Gaga's fans call her, don't come for me.
I might come for you.
I love Gaga too, but
We'll
this
see how
one
this
is
goes.
really weird. Okay, so Lina Morgana was an upcoming pop star, and she sadly, in 2008, ended her life. Now, this is real, okay? So she allegedly jumped off the roof of the Staten Island Hotel, which her family to this day believes to not be true, and they've tried to actually sue the hotel for wrongful death. So they don't believe this at all. They're just, it doesn't make sense.
Well, they'll never win that case. Look at how well that went for Elisa.
I know. So they don't believe it. They don't understand why, because she got a record label. She was like, whatever, really successful, young, it just doesn't make sense. Gaga was actually working alongside her as a backup singer and songwriter. And they have about 10 songs that they worked on together.
In 08?
Yeah.
She wasn't still a backup singer in 08.
Yeah. Gaga didn't pop off until, it was probably like 2009 or 10, or maybe it was shortly after this, though.
Hold on. I have to know when her first album came out now. August 2008. Wow. Feels like she's been around a lot longer. Okay.
No. Okay, so this is kind of where it gets a little bit crazy. So it's thought that Gaga killed Lina and took on her persona. With the same producer, Rob Fusari, Fusari, Fusari.
We'll go with that.
Gaga forgot about her friend's death, and she just replaced her. So Lina's mother claims her daughter and Gaga were tight back when Lady Gaga was more likely to watch Muppets rather than wear them. And so Yana, her mother, claims Gaga stole her late daughter's style, her daring fashions. So her mom doesn't necessarily believe that she had anything to do with her death, but she does believe wholeheartedly that she just stepped right into Lina's role, took her identity, her looks, her clothes, absolutely everything, and then basically just replaced her. So if you look up pictures of Gaga before meeting Lina and then after Lina's death, it's very fucking weird. She looks just like Lina.
I guess I could see that a bit, like if they had already done songs together and already kind of. But
it's weird. It's weird though.
That Gaga of those couple of years, like I would say 08 to 11, is so not the way she presents or acts now. I even remember like old interviews with her where she was really, really peculiar and weird, where now I feel like she's just way more like there's the stage version of her and then there's the side she actually shows.
I don't know. It's just really strange. So apparently Gaga has also never acknowledged Lina. So she's never commented on her death. She's never commented like on how sad it was. Like we were working on records together. She's never, she's never addressed it at all. And this was so supposedly her friend. That's the weird part to me, is
that's a little different.
You could pay homage to her and you could talk about how she influenced you and like how you just like, you loved and appreciated her music, her song, like the way she sings, her appearance, everything. Like you could do something like that and do like a tribute to this woman that like apparently, unfortunately, took her own life. Like that's the weird part to me. Like it actually kind of gives me goosebumps. So just
to play the devil's advocate here, right?
But,
and everyone deals with death a little bit differently. Maybe like that's just her way of dealing with it. Not saying I believe it or not, just throwing that out there.
Till 2024?
I don't know.
So here's what I think. I don't think Gaga did it, but I think maybe the record label had something to do with it for whatever reason.
Yeah. I mean, if they already put all the money into production of looks and album and all that, I can see it.
Yeah. So, but I'm wondering, like, I don't know. I think they had something to do with her death. It's very weird. And if you go down into a deep dive on this, there's like so much more to the story of like how it really doesn't fucking make sense. And it's very, I'm just saying it again. It's really fucking creepy about how weird.
I'll probably look into that one.
Yeah. It's not enough for like a whole episode. You know what I mean? But it's weird. All right. Moving on. Katy Perry is JonBenet Ramsey.
I've heard this one.
Yeah. In 2014, Dave Johnson posted a YouTube video trying to convince people that Katy is really JonBenet. He said, quote, "Nobody died. Nobody got hurt. That sacrifice was in a name only. And that was to get something. And that something was to become a star."
I feel like with a name like JonBenet Ramsey, though, she could have become a star anyway.
I know. And why do you have to pretend like she's dead and then hide her to be a star? I couldn't find the original video, so I think it's down. But I guess his biggest claims to the theory are that Katy and JonBenet's parents both look eerily similar.
And I think they point out, is what I was trying to say, some similarities in like face structure between Katy and JonBenet.
That's literally what I was just going to say. If you look at photos of Katy and JonBenet next to each other, you really could allow yourself to see how this could be an older JonBenet. Like it really could be. But I guess there's no other facts or anything that makes sense. And I don't think the timeline in like age even lines up, but obviously Beyonce is 7 years older than she's supposed to be, so people could change that shit.
There's just something about the JonBenet case that has just still gripped people. And I feel like that one, when you look into it, it is so open and shut. It's so obvious.
It's fucked up is what it is. It is fucked up.
Oh, absolutely.
That's that on that one.
All right.
So I don't know. I don't know if I believe that one.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Why?
It's pretty clear what happened to JonBenet, at least in my mind.
Like you said, first off, with her name alone, but she was also a little pageant star. Like she would have been a star already. So why would you have to
no matter what?
Pretend? It doesn't make sense.
No.
Okay. Taylor Swift is a clone of a satanic priestess. You know this one?
I don't know this one, but I could see it for sure. There's just something off about that girl. And I'll go down a Taylor hole sometimes. That sounded wrong out loud. But I only like up to what was the one with her?
I don't know. I like
up to like 1984. I'm not going in any of Taylor's holes though.
I don't know if there's something off with her, but in 2016, people started to notice that Tay looks a lot like Zena LaVey, the daughter of Church of Satan founder Anton LaVey.
No, I do know this one.
If you fucking look it up, it is a little crazy how well
they look very similar. Okay, it's coming back to me now. I have heard this.
Zena was the high priestess of the church during the late 80s, and people think that Taylor is a clone of Zena, most likely created by the Illuminati, or that she is Zena reincarnated. But spoiler alert, Zena's still alive, so how would she? I don't know about that.
All right, which of the two ladies we've talked about in the Illuminati, though, had the best album of all time?
You're going to hate me because I don't really give a shit about either, to be honest. Like, I like both of them, but I think I actually like Taylor Swift more than Beyonce.
Oh, my God.
I
did not think you would say.
I know. And you want to know what? Because honestly, I haven't really truly ever listened to Beyonce in the last, 6 years. I haven't really ever listened to her
5 or 6 years. She's been doing a lot more artsy stuff that's not pop music.
So I don't know. And I never even used to like Taylor Swift. I thought she was so annoying, but she's slowly growing me. I am not a Swiftie by any means, but it's honestly probably fucking Emily's fault because she's obsessed with Taylor Swift. She's always talking to me and sending me Taylor Swift shit. So then Taylor Swift shit pops up on my fucking phone all the time. So I have no choice but to fucking like her.
You've been algorithmed.
Oh, Emily. But anyway, that's just a fun one because they do look really, really similar. So I could see it. And Taylor is kind of witchy, and people say part of her Eras tour, there's a whole witchy part. So
oh yeah,
I could.
Everything is a ritual with her.
Yeah, I could get down. All right, Keanue Reeves is immortal.
100%. I believe in this one.
1,000%.
Because not only has he never changed his looks in the last 30 years, you can tell us the rest because I'm going to take the notes out of your mouth if I keep talking. Because I know this is
so
there's pictures, right?
Well, yeah. So Keanue is actually Charlemagne, who was a king and emperor of a bunch of things, and he died in 814. Then he was Paul Monet, a French actor who supposedly died in that. Thank you. I knew that too. I'm an idiot. A French actor who supposedly died in 1922. And if you do look at pictures of both of them, it's
Oh yeah, no, it's spot on.
And then like you said, we also think this because he doesn't fucking age. Yeah, he's grown his hair out and got facial hair. He looks fucking identical.
He could literally, they could remake The Matrix right now and he would look exactly the same.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to do anything.
You wouldn't.
All right. So Jimmy Fallon asked him about this theory and Keanu he didn't deny it. So there you go.
I love that man.
Great.
Not my favorite actor, but like him as a human being.
Yeah, he's just a good human.
Yes.
All right. Nick Cage, baby. He's a vampire.
Oh. All right. This is new for me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So in 2011, an antique dealer named Jack Mord listed a photographer. He listed a photographer. A whole person. He listed a photograph on sale on eBay. This photograph, holy shit, was thought to be taken around 1870. Mord believes this picture is Nicolas Cage. You look it up, it's Nick Cage. Mord said, personally, I believe it's him, that he is some sort of walking undead vampire who quickens, reinvents himself once every 75 years or so. And if you look up like Nick Cage, like old pictures or whatever, it's fucking weird. Like it's him. According to Nicholas, though, you can't take pictures of vampires. He told David Letterman in 2012, I don't drink blood. And the last time I looked in a mirror, I had a reflection. I don't know. Maybe that's just something that we don't know.
And maybe he does actually have the real Declaration of Independence. I mean, if he's a vampire, he could have stolen it.
Listen, I think he is a vampire just because he's so fucking weird and all over the place.
He's a strange guy.
It kind of makes sense, you know? And we don't actually know what if vampires really can see their fucking reflections? That's just some dumb shit we've made up. So
I would be so angry.
I know.
I have a strongly worded letter for the writers of Buffy.
Buff. I'm still holding out. I've got 1.5 seasons left, and I just don't want to bring myself to finish it.
I've been meaning to ask you if you had or not, because I saw a clip of it on TikTok recently.
I just love it so fucking much. Obviously, I can then restart it. I'll start Angel, though. I'm not going to like it as much because I'm a Spike girl. I'm a Spike girl. All right. Well, I could keep us here all day with all the wild celebrity conspiracies, but that's really all I've got for you for now, because there's so many more. So we can do another episode if people like celebrity conspiracy theories.
Well, good job. If you did make it this far, write in and tell us what your favorite celebrity conspiracies are. Give us more ideas. Maybe we'll do a part 2.
Yeah, I think we could.
What else? What kind of emoji do you want them to leave?
I was just thinking, what could be with conspiracy theories?
Do they have like a triangle emoji for the Illuminati?
I was going to say they have a triangle. So let's just, no, because then people think we're the Illuminati. Yeah, put the triangle. Shout out to, it's slipping my mind, I'm so fucking sorry, the one person that commented the goat emoji from whatever. This is so long ago at this point.
I'll just read you that sentence. Also, shout out to Carly Cooper, Real OG, who has been commenting on all of our stuff, but she's sent a bunch of goat emojis recently on TikTok.
That wasn't it.
And there's another one. Just look it up.
That's not what I was talking about. Hold on, please. Obed. OBED.
And also Obed on Instagram, all you guys starting to leave the goat emojis.
Thank you. We appreciate you. Anyway,
follow directions very well.
Yeah, we're so far in the future for this episode, but that episode dropped today, so we appreciate the love. Or yesterday, whatever. I gotta go. I'm fucking tired. I appreciate you. Everybody, have a great Pride Month, or if it's already over, I don't know.
To close up the shop, what do we always say?
Most importantly, creep it real, yeah, balls.
Goodbye.
Bye.